Keanu Reeves was just out for a quiet walk, no cameras, no crowds, when a lonely 5-year-old boy on a park bench whispered a secret so chilling it made him freeze in his tracks, and reach for his phone to dial 911. The skies over Los Angeles were oddly quiet that afternoon, not quite sunny, not quite stormy. Just still. Keanu Reeves, known not only for his iconic roles but for his humility and kindness, had just finished filming a small indie scene. He walked alone, hoodie up, hands in his pockets, blending in with the city like he always preferred to. There were no cameras, no screaming fans, just the sound of footsteps on pavement, and the feeling that something in the air wasn't quite right. As he passed a small park tucked between quiet streets, Keanu's eyes landed on a little boy sitting all alone on a bench. No adult in sight. Muddy shoes, a Spider-Man backpack, and eyes that looked far older than 5. Keanu paused. "Hey there, little man. You okay?" The boy didn't nod, didn't smile. He just whispered, "Can I tell you a secret?" That moment, simple, innocent, and completely unexplainable, was the beginning of something far darker than anyone could have imagined. It was a cloudy Thursday afternoon in Los Angeles. Keanu Reeves had just wrapped up a small indie film shoot and was walking back home. No bodyguards, no crowd, just him in a hoodie and jeans. He liked to stay low profile, grounded, and connected to the world around him. As he passed by a quiet suburban park, he noticed a little boy sitting alone on a bench. He had a Spider-Man backpack, mud on his shoes, and eyes that seemed older than 5 years. Something about him felt off. Keanu slowed down, concerned. "Hey buddy, you okay?" The boy looked up, hesitant. Then he said in a tiny voice, "Are you John Wick?" Keanu chuckled, crouching down. "Sort of. But I'm more like Keanu today." The boy didn't smile. Instead, he whispered, "Can I tell you a secret? But you have to promise not to leave." Something about the way he said it sent chills down Keanu's spine. The boy looked around nervously, then leaned in and said, "There's a man in our basement. Mommy says he's just sleeping. But he bleeds every night." Keanu blinked, unsure he heard it right. "What do you mean, he bleeds?" "I see red water near the stairs. I think he cries a lot too. I hear him. But Mommy says not to talk about it, or bad things will happen to me like Daddy." Keanu felt his stomach twist. This wasn't the usual child's imagination. There was a seriousness, a quiet terror in the boy's eyes. "Where's your mommy now?" he asked gently. "At home. She dropped me off here. Said I should wait until it gets dark." Keanu pulled out his phone slowly, his fingers trembling slightly. Without alarming the boy, Keanu called 911. "Yes, this is Keanu Reeves. I'm with a child who shared something very disturbing. I believe there may be a person held against their will. Possibly injured or worse. We're at Lincoln Park. Please send someone immediately." The dispatcher confirmed the location and dispatched units. Keanu kept the boy talking while they waited. He learned his name was Liam, that he was 5, and that he hadn't seen his father in a year. "Mom says Daddy made bad choices. But I liked him. He used to sing to me at night." Keanu's jaw clenched. He tried to remain calm for Liam, but he could feel the weight of what might be unfolding. Within 15 minutes, 2 officers arrived quietly. Keanu explained everything. They took Liam gently, with assurances. What the police discovered in the house was shocking. A man, Liam's father, was found tied and barely alive in the basement. Malnourished, dehydrated, and suffering from untreated injuries. He had been missing for 11 months. The mother had told everyone he abandoned them. No one questioned it. The red water was indeed blood. The crying Liam heard were his father's muffled moans. The case exploded in the media within hours, but Keanu refused interviews. The only thing he said publicly was, "I just listened." He needed someone to listen. Keanu stayed in touch with Liam through the legal process. The boy was placed in protective custody. His father slowly recovered and eventually gained full custody. Months later, during a quiet visit to the Child Advocacy Center, Keanu brought Liam a new Spider-Man backpack and a guitar. Your dad said you used to love music. Maybe you'll write songs one day. Liam smiled, this time, fully. Epilogue. Years passed. Liam grew up strong and safe. He became a child therapist, dedicating his life to helping kids speak up. At a charity gala for abused children, he told this story. People cried. But Keanu, sitting in the front row, just smiled humbly. Because for him, kindness wasn't an act, it was a way of being. Sometimes, the world doesn't need a superhero. It just needs someone to listen. If this story moved you, even just for a moment, don't let it stop here. Share it. Spread it. Be the reason someone feels seen. Like if you believe kindness can save lives. Subscribe for more stories that matter. And remember, the smallest act of listening can echo forever. Because not all heroes wear capes, some just carry compassion.